Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them!
Live from Kingston, Jamaica, broadcasting around the world. You're watching the Teach Them YouTube show. Intellectual,
Yet stimulating.
fair, frank, and factual. This is Extra Class, streaming to the world and beyond.
You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel.
Good night, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me clearly. Let me know if you're hearing me clearly. If you're seeing and hearing me clearly, welcome to another episode of Extra Class, episode number 315. I just thought everybody who is in the hearing of my voice and seeing my face, you along with your family are doing very well. Everybody is okay. Everybody is healthy. For all the people who are at work at this time on the Friday evening, I trust that your shift will end soon. You will get a chance to be home with your family shortly. For all the people who are still on the road, please stay safe, get home safely. For the people that were there home, ready for listen to teach about some things we have to jam down. Jamrock, Jamaica land we love. Land of Food and Water, Bob Marley, Usain Bolt, Vibes, Carter, Buju Banton, Shelley and Fraser Price, Lane Thompson, Portia Sims Miller, Marcus Mosiah Garfi, and some whole heap of people. Peeps, big up on yourself. Good night. There. Soon forward.
Kaboom! Teach them! Always make sure the message reach them! You know, it's Teach Them, the #1 intellectual blogging panel on the YouTube channel. Hey, yo, hello! Like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification button. Hey, yo, we always up to something. Teach them! Hey, yo, hello! Send the message and make it reach them. It's Teach Them, right here. Warlord representing.
Yeah, peeps, all nice and decent, massive. Why my computer be so itchy and so glitchy? I will go on around here, so. That not supposed to happen. I don't know what just happened. Peace, make sure I say when I see my good on them. Tell me if you don't have any issues. This is my first stream in practically a month. The last time I streamed was on the 16th of April, 2 days shy of a month. Many people have been wondering what's going on. Many people have been wondering, Teach, why you're not stream. I was just tired, guys. Emotionally, mentally, psychologically, I just needed, to step back a little and, spend some time with myself, spend some time with my family, spend some time with my own thoughts, reorganize some things in my life, balance some things, you understand? You know them little things. You have to just do what you have to do sometimes. But we're not going away, man. We're there same way. Teach them there upon the goal is not change of the teachers. I mean, same one. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that people, we still upload and we still do the interviews and we still stuff. So the channel has been in good stead. We just haven't been streaming. I mean, many people miss it. Some people, I mash up them Friday evening and then Sunday evening. Because me and them ladies and say me and them Friday evening date and then Sunday evening date, you know what I mean? So my apologies, but we're there. I don't know that I'll be very, very long tonight. As I get back tonight. Well, I mean, that's something nice tonight was. But as I get back tonight, and we have a few things we want to talk about, and we have a whole lot of reason and talk about some things, share our views and keep it moving. You see me? Yeah, man. Big up to the ones in the building where I show to you out. If you're here for the first time, well forward to the family. You understand? If you've been a miss the thing, big up yourself. Zane, all of the ones them. Every massive and crew, big up on yourself. Empress Millie, what go on, Miss Mac? Mr. Mac, big up yourself, You You understand? Julian, Cheryl, Zane, Rosie, Dante, Finar, Julian, all of the people in the building. You know, we big up some people, look more, but yes, still we have to pay respects. So we have start as up here. Alright, start it so. What do them? I don't know. What do them? So the biggest news item for the week was in relation to the shootout between police and gunmen along Trafalgar Road in Kingston. I think when did I interview there? Monday? Yeah, Monday evening, I think. I mean, a lot of things have been said. A lot of questions have been asked. There has been a bit of controversy. There has been some conspiracies, as you know how these things work and these things. Empress Rosie, big up yourself, you know, give thanks, you know. Zane and thing. I did a video trying to explain something. Some people say, yo, I don't know what me I talk about, but I'll get to that. So, yeah, you know, people are easy. You see me there on, yeah, man. But I could talk, well, we know the situation. It is alleged that the three men went to a business place along Old Hope Road, I think, or Hope Road. One of them places. We won't talk about that particular by itself, too. And robbed a businessman of cash and his licensed firearm and shot him and made good their escape. Well, so they thought. But apparently they were tracked using Jamaica Eye technology and intercepted along Trafalgar Road. Very busy Trafalgar Road. Traffic was at a standstill at the time. But I don't know if it was a standstill or the shooting. But many cars were in the vicinity. Reports are that the police approached the men, wanting them to exit the vehicle, and they decided to open fire at the police. The fire was returned when the shooting subsided. Initially, reports were that 2 of the gunmen were killed and 1 was in police custody. Many videos were in circulation. But before we talk about the videos in circulation and some other things, I remember when I first saw the incident, I saw it, well, I started getting the videos and then I went on Twitter to see if I could get some information, whether from the JCF or Nationwide or the Glean or one of them places. Abka posted the video and I remember commenting under the video saying, whoa, a lot of gunshots. Hope no innocent motorists or bystanders were injured or killed. And as things unraveled, you know, my wish came through, as there was no report that any motorist or passerby were injured from gunshots fired. That is, and I find that to be miraculous actually, because over 70 shots were fired. However, news has since emerged that a couple of vehicles, about 6 of them, were hit multiple times in terms of gunshots. And that naturally would have happened. The amount of gunshot fire, it would have been practically impossible for no other car to be damaged. One of the vehicles that was damaged also was a police vehicle. You know, the car, the Axio where the gunmen were in, will get a portion of bullet. See, couple motorists had their windshield broken, windscreen. But I am happy that no civilian, apart from the gunmen, were hurt or injured. Like, really appreciate that. Now, I know that on social media, there was a lot of discussion and opinions as to whether or not the police should have engaged the men there. You see, the thing is that in a situation like that, it's touch and go, because the truth is, many of the people who are saying that the police were reckless and the men should not have been engaged there, if them did wait a little longer and the man them managed to escape, and we see one of them cost the police them make the man them get away. That is the reality that we're facing. Some people may not want to accept that, but that is the truth. Many of us would be irate You understand? And very vocal in our opinion if the men had managed to escape. Zane, the police, according to the reports, the gunmen opened fire. The police are so trained to return fire. I mean, it was not the most ideal situation. I'll be the first to say that. I wouldn't have wanted to be in that traffic at the time. Zane, I really and truly wouldn't want to be there. So. And I don't know who really would want to be in that situation. So, I understand that some people are say, yo, that was dangerous and reckless. But based on the situation, what were the police to do? Like, link the man and say, alright, I could go over Devon House, go eat some ice cream, and then we start this out. The man them just killed somebody. They were armed. Anything else could have happened if the police lost them there. Zane, the 3 man them couldn't get to it. That is just the truth. Also, on the flip side of that, innocent people going about their business could have been hurt or killed. Zane, that is the truth as well. We can't go around that. That is a reality. Fortunately, that wasn't the case, but it could have been. And that is something that we have to think about. Empress Cheryl, thank you so much, Miss Lee, for the contribution. I really appreciate it. Zane. Empress Millicent, thanks so much, Miss Mac. Really and truly appreciate it. You know what I mean? Timothy tell Rose if you big up herself long time. Brother, the police put too many people at risk in that situation. It was reckless. And that is one viewpoint, bro. And I appreciate the viewpoint, Zane. But just like how you are of that view, many people are of the view that the police did well. They neutralized the danger that was there and they treated with the situation in the circumstances as best as they could. That will always be debatable. You understand? As I said, Marlon, it wasn't the most ideal situation or environment. That is the truth. We can't go around that. Good night, Kerry. It is good to see you, miss. Hope you are okay. Zane? And I cannot tell people, say, yo, are the best decision. I don't know that, as I say, it wasn't the best location based on the traffic. But what were the police to do? Allow these men to go on their way and we meet them at one location chosen by both of us. Crime fighting don't work like that. You understand what I say? The police them couldn't make the man them go somewhere else, and between this and one next location the man them rob and kill somebody else. And we wouldn't say, yo, the police them couldn't kill the man them at the stoplight there on Trafalgar Road and we make them go halfway through, go kill some people. You understand what I say? Hindsight is what them say, 2020 vision. Good night, mother. Miss Sawyers, it's always good to see you, mom. You know, I appreciate the support. So whichever, and look, anything will happen, Zane, there will always be contending views. People are going to say, yeah, people are going to say, nay. I just circle. My honest assessment of the situation is that I am so happy that no other lives apart from the gunmen were lost. Nobody else was injured apart from the gunmen. And I stand by that. It wasn't the best location or situation to engage. But the police, the man them open fire at the police them. You understand what I say? So what the police them was supposed to do? I just saw the thing say. You understand? Yeah, and if the police them like keep track of them and the man them slip away, what would they not discuss them all? And you will see them one Marlon then comes to teach, you know, Jamaican police are the worst. Them couldn't not take the man them out this around and one part. Zane, my thing is the police officers who were involved, I mean, apart from the facts that one man get to him, we soon talk about that. I was very, very amazed that no motorist was shot. Like, I was just amazed. So, I could continue. Initially, when news broke, because I remember I was getting ready to go on the road to do an interview, So me I reach an interview there late. Zane, because I had to treat with the thing. I remember when the footage was coming in, you know, you see many different videos. And initially, you know, I say, okay, I say 3 men. 1 man round the steering wheel in the axle, he was dead. There was 1 man on the road dead. And 1 man, the police went to detain over by Abbey Court. 3 men. So 2 dead, 1 in custody. That was the initial report. That was the information. Zane, that was the information that was made public. The following day, I woke up and I was, you know, browsing the online media outlets. And I saw where it said the police have now reported that despite the fact that 2 men were killed, initial reports had said they had 1 man in custody. Is not so, as 1 man escaped. I say, all right, this kind of set away. No, I started, you know, to look into the thing. I went back to watch the videos, and I watched the videos, and I rewatched the videos. And me I say, nah man, I can't understand this, because me assume that the dead man in the road was the one who was rolling and crawling on the ground. As you know, with that YouTube thing here, the bigger you get is the bigger you get, if you follow me, I say. And the type of work you do and the type of content and your integrity will afford you opportunities that probably some other people now get. And as we do this, we kind of, you know, a network kind of get some links and them something there. So I am privileged enough to have limited access to one of the individuals within the Jamaica Constabulary Force who treat with the media. You understand? We call that progress. Zane? And I reached out to said individual, and I say, then this no make no sense to me. Explain this. And they were as confused as I was before I spoke to them. But then they sat down and they sorted out and they looked at all the videos and they figured out in their own expertise what went wrong, and it was explained to me. So I see some man run command at the comment section and something. I watch them, man, because traditional media never have that information there at the time when I did the video. See? And it was explained that yes, 2 were killed. The police them detained 1, but 1 escaped. Many people now, would think that it is the one who them see the police and lead from over Abbey Court was the one who escaped. That is what I thought. Right? Because I thought that the man who was rolling on the ground is the man that was dead in the road. When it was explained to me, we know the driver was killed. Zane, we know the police go for 1 man over Abbey Court. And we get video with him and walk back to the scene. The man that was laying in the road is the man where the police them go for. The information that was given to me at the time is that he was hit. Because if you watch the video carefully, you can see when he was actually running away from the car early out in the shooting with a knapsack on his back. Mere people I say, oh, never have a knapsack on him. Then the man run left his bag, brother. But alright, we soon get to that. When the police went and people are say, yo, oh, the man walk strong, if you pay attention and remove the cloud of judgment from your eyes and the emotions and look at it, that man was walking high. You understand? His adrenaline was still so high that him just the walk. If you pay attention, you realize that this man was not in the best of shape. Now, the report is when he was taken back to the scene and was being placed in a vehicle, he collapsed. And me know people say about Teach them, me see him in a handcuff and he never have an handcuff. I don't know at which stage the handcuffs were removed. I don't know if it's when him collapsed, if the police, I don't know what. But I know, based on the information, that the man with the police them go for over there, so he is the one that was laying in the road dead. That much I know. The man who was crawling and rolling on the ground during the exchange of gunfire is the man who escaped. He apparently rolled and rolled, and if you keep on playing somebody said influencers are the government mouthpiece. I am nobody's mouthpiece, my friend. You understand? I seek information and I share information. You understand? Yeah, man. So, wherever you get that from, you can bring it back. No. He apparently rolled and rolled and rolled away and jumped in a van back. You know, vehicles were trying to get away from there and him escaped. You know, I would not be privy to all happenings after that and such. So the police are treatable. That is the information that was given to me by the high command of the police force. There? And that is what I used to do that video. I wasn't trying to convince anybody of anything. I wasn't telling a man to believe what me I say. I was just sharing the information that was given to me. That's that. All right. It is unfortunate so one man get to it. And I know many people are saying that the police officer was seemingly hiding behind a vehicle responsible because that police, and many persons are saying that that police officer is a male, that police officer is a female. So yes, so we talk a lot of things and we don't understand something, but we just talk and talk and talk. Good. If you are paying attention to, that police officer was not there from the get-go. That police officer rode up there. And fine. People say the police officer hide and this and that. Whenever in a gunfight, gunshot ever beat in a direction it, you understand? The first instinct when gunshot are beat is survival. You draw cover. I mean, it would seem like the person hide, but at the end of the day, brother, what them for do? Walk out there, make like road, go test them bulletproof vest. Then me no see how that makes sense. You understand? So we're quick to, many people were not even complimentary of the police and on them apprehending, killing two of the men and recovering some guns and them something. Many people focus their time on the fact say, put squad your hide. Yo, boy. Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You understand what I say? Big up to the police officers them. I am happy that no police officer was injured or killed. I am happy that no motorist was injured or killed. You understand what I say? Yeah, man. We give the police them a hard time, but when we say, yo, squad big up yourself, but the hardest thing for do. Why do you even know? You understand? But no for we. In that situation there, we even hide back on a car halfway 3 miles, 6 miles, ferry will clap down a long time. You understand what I say? Enough of who them probably all wet up yourself out there. You see? And thing. And one more thing what I want to point out here, so. I want to listen to me. See? Some people are saying that that officer that was hiding behind the car saw the man with a creep and a roll upon the ground. And should I shot him? Now I'm going to put a little scenario to you. Remember, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I just think out loud now. Remember, that officer rode on to the scene. That officer was not there from the initial engagement. Do you know that that police officer that was behind that car, Zine, whether she see the man or not, I don't know. But upon seeing the man, you know, say, it is not far-fetched that even if she had seen the man, she probably could have interpreted that as probably is a motorist come out of the car and I take cover and I try to take with themselves from gunshot. No, because look here, people react differently in a different situation. If that policeman did shoot that man up on the ground and it turn out to be one passerby will get caught up in a motor, because the man never have no gun in there, and you know. or a motorist and she shoot him and kill him, then you then, yeah, man, are evil, you know, brother. Look here, me could just sit back sometime and look more and talk less now. There is no way on the face of the earth that police officer could have been sure that the man upon the ground when you try to crawl away was a criminal. And that are my 2 cents on that. Again, I just my opinion, and my opinion is not facts. You understand? Just my view on the matter. Zane, she rode up there. She don't know say the man that was in the car. It couldn't be a next motorist jump out of the car and I get low. But again, I mean, we are free to talk still, so I can't tell people say no, them not to talk. You understand? I don't see things set up still. Everybody see things differently still. You see? Now, INDECOM, well, here comes INDECOM, I suppose. And by law, they treat with situation involving security personnel involving shooting. So they have to do. And they have launched an investigation as they would. So it says the Independent Commission of Investigation is probing the death of arrested Trafalgar suspect. Right? So listen this now. Remember, don't tell me say, some man tell me in the comments say it's not the man who arrested dead enough. But listen this now. INDECOM probing death of arrested Trafalgar suspect. What kind of suspect? Arrested. The man won't, some man comment and say, yo, brother, that don't make no sense. A man even said, teach, you can't piss in the sky except say you're not going to fall back for you. I remember that comment very well. Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. After me telling me just tell him on them information and me get to that video. You know. Mr. Patrick Crawford, that me I say, brother, we don't know, there's no way. And thing, and the people them when I say, yo, the police them put them trap the van. Jamaica I don't have access to everywhere yet. See him? Jamaica I don't have access to everywhere yet, you know. Them a work on it. And credit where credit is due. I mean, hats off to the initiative and the successes that the program has yielded thus far, because quite a number of incidents have been, you know, resolved through the use of Jamaica Eye. You understand? And I suppose many more will. So now, INDECOM investigate the death of the man where the police them go for over Abbey Court. The same man I'm telling you say in the road lay down. I want to say, yo, not go sir. So the Independent Commission of Investigation has turned scrutiny on the death of one of 2 men suspected to have killed businessman Robert Fletcher before being cut down in a shootout with cops at the Trafalgar Road, Waterloo, Hope Roads intersection in St. Andrew on Monday. So INDECOM, which investigates excesses and abuse by state agents, said on Wednesday that it had commenced a probe into the incident, some of which was captured on video in midday traffic. It pointed out that there has been some speculation, confusion, and inaccuracies in the initial reports, which require clarity. And if such clarity is needed, we don't have no issue with that. Zin? Yes. So now on Monday, the JCF in a series of tweets from their Twitter handle reported that 2 men were fatally shot. 2 firearms recovered and 1 man was in custody when the dust settled. Now, when media outlets checked the JCF, the tweet was removed. Obviously, there was some misinformation in the tweet. And thing. So, INDECOM noted that the police reported that upon receipt of information concerning a fatal shooting incident in the Swallowfield community, details of a vehicle believed to have gunmen were transmitted. The vehicle was reportedly spotted and intercepted along Trafalgar Road, where 3 officers initially confronted the occupants. During that encounter, gunshots were fired, and INDECOM says the details of the circumstances of the discharge of weapons are under examination. It is waiting for access to some of the recordings from social media, private locations, and Jamaica Eye. Now, Police Commissioner Anthony Anderson set tongues wagging on Tuesday when he disclosed that no one from the incident was in custody. Like I was shocked too. You understand? It raised questions about an individual who was seen on video in handcuffs being escorted by police from the nearby Abbey Court premises. Me ask the same question too. One video shows a man believed to be the getaway driver slumped behind the steering wheel of the intercepted car and another rolling across Trafalgar Road. INDECOM confirmed that 2 men, still unidentified, they have been identified now still, were shot dead in the police intervention and a 3rd man escaped from the scene. Now of concern? Well, of concern to INDECOM is the fact that the man who was apparently arrested and driven away from the scene in a police vehicle was later seen lying on Trafalgar Road and later tagged as one of the 2 fatalities, as I said in the video. Now, autopsies are being scheduled to shed more light on the nature and cause of death of both men. Now, more than 79mm rounds were recovered at the scene, and at least 42 bullets, strikes, hit the suspect's vehicle. So that car, they get about 42 rounds in a town. The officers involved in the operation have provided an initial account and will be interviewed in the coming days. Now, head of the Police Information Unit, Senior Superintendent Stephanie Lindsay, well, was not reached when them did want some information. So that is it. INDECOM doing what INDECOM does. Nothing wrong with that. But INDECOM is trying to figure out how the man who was arrested over by Abbey Court, detained, ended up in the road laying down dead. The report that I got, the information that I received is that when they walked him back to the scene, they realized that he was losing consciousness. In that, he collapsed and he died. How come the handcuffs were removed from his hand? That I cannot tell you. I would be lying if I said otherwise. Zane and them something there. So that is the information. Me not add nothing to it. Jack Mandora, me not choose none. So me get it, so me tell it. You understand? And thing. And yeah. But we're still not done with that story. Zane? And police still have not managed to apprehend the 3rd man, the one who rolled away into a nearby van. There was no nearby bushes. Hey man, whole a van. INDECOM do the right thing, Marlon. You understand? They do what they do and they are needed. So we not no issue with that. Zine? So, yeah. What started that incident between the police and gunmen in Trafalgar Road was an incident which occurred along Old Hope Road before the shootout, where those 3 men, they are alleged to have gone to the business place belonging to one Robert Fletcher, robbed him of his licensed firearm, and killed him. That weapon was also recovered along the Trafalgar Road shootout business. So Fletcher was robbed and killed by thugs at his sports bar on Old Hope Road on Tuesday, May 11th. That true? No Monday this one. Yeah, probably the date wrong. Probably I mean put in the wrong date. His Glock pistol was also taken from him by the gunmen. Now, I will know the situation, blah, blah, blah. However, the following day, the police went to Fletcher's place of business and accessed his gun safe where a licensed shotgun along with several rounds of ammunition, I don't know how many, were recovered from his safe. I mean, that's a standard procedure. If somebody who is a licensed firearm holder dies or is killed, the security forces try to recover weapons if the weapon was not on said person and the access is safe and such. So they found a licensed shotgun plus his licensed pistol handgun was taken from him by the robbers. The police have recovered that. So he had 2 licenses. 2 licenses. I think that's the right way to say that. See? But the video look like a shop and not a sports bar. Are those videos correct? You mean the videos that were in circulation where a man was shot and killed? I don't know that is the same video. I cannot say. I think I saw those videos, but I don't know that is the same video. I have not gotten any information to say such, so I don't know. Right? Now, apparently, there were attempts. He was threatened shortly before he was killed, and some extortion conversation is also surrounding the incident and such. Now, when the weapon was retrieved from his safe, questions naturally were raised, concerns were raised as people within law enforcement were a little bit curious as to how Mr. Fletcher was granted permit for 2 weapons. Why? Because, and many people are now, I mean, look on the comments, and some of the comments, and some people are saying, oh, the man a businessman and he need to protect himself. Fine, I have no issue with that. Secondly, he has a criminal record. He was deported from the United States, mostly for illegal entry, which is not a violent crime. You understand? He was also charged for fraud in Jamaica. I don't know how that case evolved. I don't know. So no violent crimes, which is fine. Oh, and people are said then, what order to stop a man from our gun? And I want people to just hold on and listen and just breathe. I did not do that video to any way, shape, or form discredit or sully Mr. Fletcher's reputation and character. I did that video to point out some issues with the Firearm Licensing Authority of Jamaica, FLA. Damien, big up yourself, broski. I appreciate the contribution. That was the sole purpose of that video, to point out some issues with the FLA. And I am somebody who have defended the FLA before. But you know, when I'm no favor or no fear or no favoritism, but yeah, a situation like this, you have to open up your eye. And there have been many cases like this. And this is the situation. And I just want people to listen. The FLA, when the application was made by Mr. Fletcher, 2 members of the FLA board objected to the issuance of the permits. Why? Not necessarily because of his criminal record, but because of background checks done on Mr. Fletcher. Remember, you know, the FLA do them thing and them go investigate and talk to some people and them something there. Zin? And based on their investigation, information that they would have obtained from the community, from people who know Mr. Fletcher, they were not comfortable with the agency issuing Mr. Fletcher gun permits. However, the board at the time, 2015, that was assigned by the Portia Simpson Miller-led administration, decided they would still go ahead and grant Mr. Fletcher the permits, 2 gun permits, after the background checks raised red flags. So this is not, the video not have nothing to do with Mr. Fletcher per se. We now say him is a businessman, of course, him to protect him thing. All I am saying is that we not talk about the deportation and we not talk about the fraud thing. We are set based on background checks. People who knew Mr. Fletcher, based on what they said, it was the purview of the FLA that he was not fit and proper to be issued gun permits or license. 2 members of the board objected to it. The board, however, went ahead and issued. And there is the problem. See, that is where the problem is, you know. Right, that's where the problem is. And I know that things have improved at FLA since 2015. Not everything, but some things have improved. I have been trying to speak with somebody at the FLA for a while. I have had no luck so far. I'll keep on trying because I have some questions that I would like to get some answers to. And not necessarily about this case, but from many things, from long time. Many questions that people have asked, many points that people have made on the channel. Zane, but that is harder, easier said than done. I mean, to get somebody who sits on the FLA board, I don't know, Kev. I would not be able to tell you that. And as I said earlier, the video that I did was not to sully Mr. Fletcher's reputation, or discredit his integrity. All I am simply pointing out is that the FLA, as a state agency, there are issues. I have covered stories before where the FLA say, yo, that man they not forget no gun, or them man they not forget no gun, and the Minister of National Security said them forget gun because that the Minister of National Security can object to a ruling made by the FLA. So if the FLA say no, him can say yes. See, I think Montague was caught up in that one at the time when he was Minister of National Security. And I have a problem with that. No single man who is a politician I don't know, Sweet Peach. I am not privy to that information. No single individual should have that ultimate power. See? I'm understand again to because the people them on the board were said no. Who knows? Say them probably me don't know. But you should have an independent committee that reviews these objections or rejections and see if there's any merit. No Minister of National Security should be given that power. No one man. No one man. I cannot be in agreement with that. Then why do we have a FLA board if the Minister of National Security can just snap him finger and their decision is overruled? Then that don't make no sense. Might as well the Minister of National Security assess all applications then. So why would the FLA team go do the background check and do them diggings and do them investigation? It should not happen. So you have the FLA board. However, you have another independent body that deals with cases where concerns are raised that cannot be hard to create. You see me? And Mark is that the Minister of National Security did veto the FLA ruling this time, and it was the board. But it has happened before where Ministers of National Security has gone against recommendations of the FLA. No one man nothing have the power there, brother. You understand? Not in a democratic country. Not something that is as delicate as that. Zane and Mark, you know, as I said before, based on knowledge, information, between 2015 and 2021, many things has improved at the FLA, but many things want to fix the same way. And I'm going to use this opportunity again. And I mean the FLA no malice. I simply want answers to some questions that I have and that have been asked of me before me can answer. Zane, so if anybody up by the FLA or associated with the FLA or who can get in touch with people at the FLA are so kind to try and make a sit down between myself and somebody who is able to answer certain questions within the FLA, I would be most appreciative. I suppose it would serve the FLA very well. You understand? Because there are a lot of conspiracies, there are a lot of preconceived notions, and there is a particular set of beliefs in the street in relation to the FLA. So I suppose this may be an opportune time, this may be a good opportunity for the FLA to try and debunk or dispel some of these notions, accusations, and beliefs. Just saying. So that's the situation, peeps. But done with that. That take up half a stream because I'm soon gone to my bed. You see? Nadia, good night, sis. Hope you're okay. So that is the Trafalgar Road situation. That is the, you see me? Yeah. Yeah, man. FLA. No link up. You understand? Me I try help you. No try help yourself. Cause on the name not good at road family. On the name dirty in the street. You see it? Yeah, man. Make we see if we can answer some of my people them question. Yes. That is not true. Yes, sir. That is, I can tell you for a fact that is not true. You understand? Right. So, you know what I mean? You know a man gonna jump off a tree, Cheryl. I want to tell you a joke thing. But on a serious level, if you really need some mango, link up, shot me on WhatsApp, 321-6425, and we sort out some mango and make you get some mango. Big man thing. Me go pick them myself. After some people tree. You see me? Because I no mango tree for myself, so I can't pick them off of my tree. You understand? Yeah. Them people treeing over road and fence and then sitting there, man. You understand? Them a go to a good home. Candy, good night. You see me? Brittany Blake, good night. Empress. Hope you're okay. Alright. Yeah, man. Yeah, that brother there. Me see it earlier now. I wanted brother. I think he wanted for rape or murder and rape and some other something. And then find him today. One man turning himself must say yesterday. He wanted Wednesday something the way JC for run life. You understand? And so sitting. So, I don't about a script that, because you know one thing. Zane, Rose Apple. Then I don't know if I find that right now. But if I go far in some place around one part there, I don't know. Then now lock me up, man. They no say, you understand? Nobody now lock me up, man. Everything good, man. And Aki they lock up people for. Nah, man, mango at least, man. If Empress Cheryl wants some mango, me get one nice box and box up some mango, make sure get some mango quick and fast. You see me? Illegal gun and ammunition seized in Rockford. I think I have a picture of that gun there somewhere by a place. A gun that looks very well used. You understand? That shoes that look like you wear very regular. You know when you wear some shoes and you bottom out down like there's something there. So that go on. East Indian man. Then alright. Rosie and Cheryl mango. I don't want nobody see me a mango man, I don't want nobody else ask me about a mango. When you see me with mango tree, Rosie and Cheryl we had look to mango food. You understand? And we don't have no more mango people. You understand? Right. Next thing, they lock me up for mango. Finar, yeah man, I think they are doing that. And normally, Finar, my understanding is that when somebody turns up at the hospital with a gunshot wound, the matter has to be reported to the police. You understand? Or it should be reported. Let me say it should be reported. Protocol dictates that somebody who turns up at a medical facility nursing gunshot wound, the matter ought to be reported to the police. So, yes. But the bullet can't fire itself, mad soldier. You ever see bullet just a fire, so? Then I will fire a bullet. You understand? Without the gun, the bullet no make no sense. You see me? This might as well lick down two man with some stone. You see it? Yeah, man. Illegal gun and ammunition seized in Rockfort. So the police are reporting the seizure of a 9mm pistol along with 10 rounds of ammunition in Rockfort, Kingston 2 on Wednesday. So further, the police also recovered 2 magazines, 2 gun holsters, and 2 masks. The seizure was made during an operation along the Aguilar Road, and no one was arrested in connection with the seizure. You know what I think? Auntie. Brothers arrested following gun seizure in St. Catherine. You know, so I know this is a gun, but make it see up there. So 2 brothers were arrested, brothers in arms, I guess. 2 brothers were arrested on Monday night following the seizure of a firearm in Tet 4 District, Old Harbour, St. Catherine. So the police reported at about 9:20 p.m. a team was on patrol in the area when they observed 2 men walking along the roadway. The men were reportedly acting in a manner that aroused the cops' suspicion. They were accosted and searched, and according to the police, one of them was found in possession of a ordnance P12.45 pistol with an empty magazine affixed. They were arrested. Their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. Yeah. Yes, sir. Put an angel over me, be strong, with a firm meditation. Men convicted of Bonnie Francis' murder sentenced to life in prison. Yeah, man, we talk about that a few times, you know what I mean? But we can't talk about that in our next class, real still. You know, the port of entry is both formal and informal. You understand? Many informal ports of entry around the island. Wharf, all over place, brother. So, things that are way. You understand? Lady B, Reaction TV, good night, Empress, how are you? And thing. I'm over there now. So 2 men convicted for the 2011 murder of a businessman, Roderick Bonnie Francis, have been sentenced to life imprisonment. So the sentence for 51-year-old Carlos Batista and the 37-year-old George Gardner were handed down in the Home Circuit Court on Tuesday afternoon. So the men are to each serve 32 years and 8 months before being eligible for parole. 1 hour, 37 and 51. Okay. Now, before handing down the sentence, Justice Georgiana Fraser said the murder was premeditated and Batista and Gardner showed no remorse. She said attempts were also made to conceal evidence. Mr. Francis, who was the chief executive officer of B&D Trawling Limited and a well-known figure in the conch industry, was fatally shot near his home in Queensway, St. Andrew on June 25th, 2011. Sizzler fan. Bombard, Sizzler just get paid. Sizzler, how many I get paid again? Big up yourself, Empress. Really and truly appreciate the support and the contribution. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, in real life. Manners. What were they now? His murder was suspected to be a contract killing. So Gardner and Batista were found guilty on the 18th of January following an 8-week in-camera trial. Now, during the trial, the court heard that Batista plotted with Gardner and at least one other person to kill Mr. Francis. The court was told that Batista rented a car which was used to stake out Mr. Francis's residence. It was also used as a getaway vehicle. Yeah, man, a whole heap of murders in Jamaica are done and the getaway car is a rented vehicle. You see me, Marlon, there's a link, there's a pinned comment. Just look for it at the top of the chat and click on it. You understand? Because you know YouTube kind of take away super chat from it. We never have it still, so we can't be to blame them. Yes. So people, I could talk about a little thing. Alright, sister, big up yourself, baby girl. Empress Joan, want go on, mommy? Miss Hudson, Miss Winsome, big up yourself. If you stop call out people name, Empress Cookie, big up on yourself. You see me? Alright. I came across a story, and when I read that story, another story came across my mind. I'm going to read a story at first, and then I'm going to link it to a next story. Like we have been a little lesson like, and these things, yeah man, you know maths. Man, let me see what I go on about it. MS, pick up yourself in an Empress Funk. Man, soul music lover. This. You understand? The man with the girls, them say are the best. Dante, what go on you? 14-year-old beaten for having boyfriend. Said I get a close one yesterday. Brian Marshall said, thanks for getting Bushman and Natty King together. Big up yourself, you know. I want to tell you, say, brother, me not have as much to do with that as you think, you know. And the man, them link up and call me, bro. You understand? Yeah, man. So, I mean, it was out of the interview, yeah, but I never me initiated. But that video will be premiered tomorrow evening. You understand? So, me not done edit it yet, because the man, them talk for long, brother. Yeah, one day, me didn't want to go home. When me left a location last night at 9 and curfew at 8 o'clock, me pray. You understand? Yeah, there. See? You need to do an interview with Alkaline. Anytime Erland ready, man, if him come a yard and him want all a satin and all a reason, then I'm good with that. Erland a bad artist, so we listen every day, you know. You understand what I say? So you know what thing go. Yeah, man. Watch out now, peeps. So the 14-year-old was beaten for having a boyfriend. But since as we are 14, remember that a 14-year-old was killed the other day because she wanted to end a relationship with a 20-year-old personnel. Zin, this 14-year-old was beaten by an uncle. So we got talk. A 42-year-old man told the court that he beat his 14-year-old niece because he was told that she had run off with a man. A runway, Empress runway, you know, take care of yourself like elope business. The man, who pleaded guilty to charges relating to assault, occasioning bodily harm, and malicious destruction of property, is said to be sentenced on the 28th of June at the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court. Maya, good night, Empress. Alright, my son deal with that. Cause yeah. Teacher, you are the new ombudsman. So what you said though? Boy, Sizzla fan, you know, I one way if you look on it that you know, mommy. That I one way of looking at it, you know. And me nah go dispute that, you know. But then there's a next way of looking at it. Hold on, give me a little chance. Hold on. Don't beat uncle yet. Zin? According to the complainant, on the 6th of May, the accused used a piece of board to hit her on her legs. Well, on her arms, legs, and across her back, causing her to suffer pain and swelling. The complainant's cell phone was also said to be damaged. The teen, accompanied by her mother, reported the matter to the police. Again, the teen, accompanied by her mother, reported the matter to the police. Remember, the man who beat the child, you know, is her uncle. I don't know if it is the mother brother or the father brother, but him is her uncle. Watch out now, you know. Don't hold on. Alright. We show her there. So the teen, accompanied by her mother, reported the matter to the police. In his defense, the accused told the court that he was forced to discipline her because he had reason to believe she was involved in adult activities. She ran away with a man, and their mother said me must beat her. When she come back, and when she come home, me I talk to her and see a man a come out a tree, he said. Lips them I get dry like. And I jump out a tree. And where Tarzan come from? Georgia. Yeah. Sizzler, calm down, man. Just breathe easy, man. Yeah, son. Yeah, man. Just one of those days, man. Just calm down. Watch out. Alright. Which one with it? Yeah. He also told the court that he used a piece of stick to hit her and not board, as was mentioned in the complainant's statement. He also said that he was not aware that a cell phone had been destroyed. Now, Parish Judge Lorian Coleman is a woman, problem is there. Lorian Coleman Montague said the Manningsale St. Andrew residents' sentence will be in the form of compensation to the complainant. Both the accused and his niece were ordered to be present in court on the next appearance date. Alright. I will not condone the uncle's beating of the child with no board or no stick. Zin? However, and Sizzler, don't rush the teacher. The teacher does have, do you understand what I say? Don't rush the teacher. Remember, recently, there was mass outcry about this 14-year-old girl who was killed by her 20-year-old boyfriend after she tried to end a relationship. The Gleaner said 20-year-old lover. I don't know how you at 14-year-old can have a 20-year-old lover, you know. Make a follow what go on in a dance and then place around here. So watch it now. Marlon, big up yourself, broski. We appreciate love your support. You know what I mean? Alright. This young lady on screen was stabbed to death by her 20-year-old boyfriend, man. Could this 14-year-old life had been saved? Could this 14-year-old still be alive if her stepfather did bust her ass couple times and tell her if he done the relationship there from a long time? Me just a ask. Me just a ask. You know, hold on. Me just a ask, you know. You understand? In this case, the brother would kill the local empress here, tell film father say man kill the girl and kill himself and then they take him serious. A stepfather, I don't remember what I'm saying in the article, but what me I say is this. Could this 14-year-old young lady be alive if she did have an uncle like Boardman around here, sir? A 14-year-old child run away with man, you know. No boy, you know, him say man, we don't hear the age of the next one, you know. You see me? Could that beating be a step in saving this little girl's life? So me know on the face of it we will cry abuse and something. The Bible, the good book. Hey you, take a good look. You understand? Say, do not spare the rod and spoil the child. The mother tell uncle to bust ass. When ass bust, mother carry child go a station. Uncle in front of the court. You see, we always going to say things differently. And some people are going to say, teacher abuse that, you know. Then you can't beat the youth with no board. And I mean, I say, the board thing not involved. You know, I mean, a board thing. But a little discipline can go far away, you know. Me just say. You understand? And probably if the empress on screen, where her mother cry, water full up her eye, and her stepfather sigh, if she probably did have an uncle like that for a long time, she then probably still be alive. I could be wrong. But me just say. You understand? So, me know in the board thing, you can't be the local empress with no board family. But, you understand? I know someone not gonna understand still, but me say no answer still. Everything good. Auntie. More people look at Empress looking at her life and assess her things still. And I know say yo, she can't run away with man at 14. And the man what she run away with, oh we know you nothing about him. Because if him is a man and she at 14. You understand? Then that not safe, that not legal. So we not hear nothing about that. You understand? And we all come back to our next little thing. The stepfather, big man, yes, the little girl, 14-year-old, I don't even know Rasta. You see me? I can't tell people how to raise them youth. I can't tell you how to discipline your youth. But sometimes you have to discipline your youth. How you have to figure that out. You understand? And you can't discipline your youth when them are turn. You can't start discipline your youth when them turn teenager. You have to start that discipline process there from day one. And as me I say, I can't tell nobody how to raise them bit, you know. But as I said, that look a 14-year-old Empress that was killed by the 20-year-old hombre may have been alive if she did have an uncle like Boardman. Boardman, me so you try to me G, but the board thing can't work. You understand? Yeah, man. And the mother said beat her. And him beat her and the mother Yo, I don't know Rasta. No Rasta. Since I was on the age stage, you see me? I have said, not this chair. That chair is a nicer chair than the one I did say it now before. But one chair, I look on the camera. Probably one next camera too. But never mind. I don't know what I mean. Me I talk to no. And I have said 1,000,000 times. Say, when you have a young girl, they with a man who are 200, it is going to end bad. When you have a young lady with all her teeth, and she there with a man who only have gum, blood a go run. If you have a young lady who is still in her prime, and the old man doing time, there's going to be some crime. Alright, but I joke out the people, them people. But that's a say, because you have to take kin teeth cover heartburns on my timeline. See? You have a young lady, you understand? Nice and round, and an old man, when I have no ear upon him crown, then the relationship will go break down. Ah, boy. Jaja. I don't know what's that. Rytikal, big up yourself, family. Them twice my age relationship, your family. Them not going to work. The man, and it's normally the man them in there. And normally not 60-year-old man with not 30-year-old boy. We have that, but not regular life. You understand? It's normally some 92-year-old man with some 22-year-old girl. Then as a 92-year-old man, is then what you can do to a 22-year-old girl, brother? Then as a 92-year-old man, when you got a clinic, brother, she not come with you. You understand what I say? When you change your pee bag, she not in that, bruh. When you soak your false teeth in the water overnight, she not dep on that road, boy. Eh? How would that go work? And me can't tell an elder who him for love, you know. And me can't tell a daughter who she for love, you know. But what me I say, the age thing, brother, at some stage, are going to become a problem. Big old 50-year-old man, a horse racing in love. Then my man come and chat with you on Saturday, brother. A sons and in glory things there. She not come to church with you on Sunday, road boy. A party she go later. So why are you putting yourself in a position where even if you're happy up front, down the road, you have a sad and lose out and marga down like? Yeah, man, enough. Marlon, everything under the sun in Jamaica me talk about since me a stream, brother. Because there's one story here next. Nah, man, you will have new level. You will have some love, man. You understand? A young girl will genuinely love a big man, you know, because him take care of her, him treat her good. She will love him, man. And him will love her. But, brother, he now go far. And some people are get scared. You understand? And that's it. So, I don't know, brother. We have seen many stories where these centenarian and what? Or then where they go again? Octogenarian and nonagenarian and them they were the like. The man of them 80s and 90s and them something. And they with girl in them 30s. Then brother, she'll give you a bun road boy. I good as all me she give you a bun with. When me also get trouble a road like let me a babe now. You understand? Because brother, she in her prime. You see me? Her chassis on a line. It's not about the nickel and the dime. She go on, you know what I mean, a little wine from time to time. You go on like you see. I watch you all you're blind. Alright, we're done with the ride. Alright, we're done. We finish. I am finished. When me talk about what I come to talk about, you know, because I'm there I chat about the man thing. You understand? Serious business. I go on. Love you foolishness, you know. Empress now was chopped to death by her partner in Westmoreland. How are you there? I have a story. I so much of them a story. But hold on. I'm gonna script it. I'm gonna find it. But me can't talk off of made anyway. It ain't really matter. I'm gonna tell me can find some info. Yeah. So Trelawney man charged for allegedly chopping common law wife to death. Dre, where are you with big bro? All is well? Serious, for the born 90. Dre, you have to just, them things you have to just laugh, you know, because you know what I think. The Trelawney police have charged 62-year-old Stennett Wilson, otherwise called Uncle. But they couldn't call him nothing else at 62, him his uncle. You understand? So Uncle, you know, has been charged with murdering his common law wife, Nikisha Keeling. Keeling is 29, was 29, and Umbria 62. She was chopped to death at their home in Clarkstown, Trelawney on Saturday. So the police report is that about 11:30 p.m., Wilson and Keeling, otherwise called Gal, got into an argument. The argument reportedly escalated into a fight, during which Wilson allegedly used a knife and a machete to inflict several wounds to the woman's body. Wilson then turned himself into the police and was charged after he allegedly confessed. His court date is being finalized. Girl, and uncle. It was never going to work. It was never going to work. No, to make matters worse, you don't move. You don't hold on, sit down on chair. You don't hold on, but you don't turn up, you don't sit down. But if you don't lay down, you don't sit up. You understand? Attention, like. Empress on screen, Miss Keeling, had her first child when she was 13 years old. For uncle. Now. And I want to know, Sizzler, listen me to you know. I want to know, listen to me, you know. Uncle, if Jamaica was the country where it should be, would have never get a chance to kill gal because he would have gone to prison for impregnating a 13-year-old girl. And them there's something we talk about in the country. Many people run come when them see camera come and chat crap. Where were you when he got the 13-year-old child pregnant? Talk to me. You all know an uncle friend. What did there? She dropped out, if memory serves me correctly, out of Mushat High School at 13 years old with uncle's child. You don't even know what going on John shop, you know. You only see John shop door. I don't even know. So some people go run on to, women are being, look here. It was never going to work. This matter, even though it shouldn't did reach pregnancy, should have been resolved from she became pregnant at 13 years old. You are telling me, say nobody in the community never know that? Nobody never see when she drop out of school with a big belly at 13 years old? Nobody never call the police for her uncle? Said I had a close one yesterday. Jah put an angel over me. Be strong. Well, a firm meditation. One day, things must get better. That incident, murder, yes, but it was child abuse before it became murder. I want to sit down with uncle and gal. Here we are. So you see that uncle there, we bust a 14-year-old last there. Uncle, I understand why you try the brother, but some people now go see it still. You see it? Yeah, man. But don't use no board me G. You understand? I leave her alone because her mother say if you beat her, and she make police lock you up too. You understand? Enough time we are try to do some things how we think good in life and it work out bad. I can tell you some example, but we now have to go down the road there. Said I had a close one yesterday. That put an angel over me. Be strong. Westmoreland man charged of a fatal gun attack. That is not the responsibility of the Prime Minister in a days, in all honesty. There's a Ministry of National Security, there is many other ministries of the police force. The Prime Minister don't need to address that. The Prime Minister can't address everything. Everything that the Prime Minister will just go and address, so. families need to address it and communities. They only reach this up. What them did there when they breed the 13-year-old child? 13-year-old child. We give the Prime Minister a hard time, you know, but some people give him a harder time than me, man. Prime Minister can't come talk about every little pin job. That don't make no sense. Then what else the other agencies? Where's Sisoka and CDA and Children Registry and them people there? What them there? Yes, me not proud of it, brother. But as I said, you understand, Uncle Boardman, I see what I try to deal with. You see it? But the school must know, say, she drop out because she pregnant. And I don't know, well, that's a good question in Marlon. That's a very good question in all honesty. Zane, that's a brilliant question. And I don't know. Because I used to stop come to school, you know. You understand? And thing and it then just get lost in our system, you see me? Because enough youths and a whole heap of things are going on. So, but it's a good question. I'll give you that. So a Westmoreland man has been charged in relation to the April gun attack of 50-year-old Burchell Madison in the parish. So Orlando Clark, 33, otherwise called Rat, of Baggy Road. From Baggy Road. In Whithorn, was on Monday charged with murder and illegal possession of firearm. After being interviewed, his court date is being finalized. So the police say Clark, who was on the run following the incident, was captured in Kingston on Friday, the 7th of May. So the police had reported that Madison, who is from Heavy Sand in Westmoreland, Heavy Sand, the place has a name, Baggy Road and Heavy Sand, a sand in the light, was reportedly at home about 9:30 p.m. when Clark and another man attacked him and shot him several times. Madison was assisted by the police to hospital where he was treated and admitted in serious condition. He succumbed to the injuries on Sunday, the 8th of April. Yeah, you know, Marlon, true that. So I can't speak for the school. I don't know what was done. I don't know what was said. You understand? I don't know. You see me? Paul Watkins, big up yourself and your family. Give thanks. Appreciate the support, bro. Yeah, man. Yes, Rasta. One man can satisfy her. She needs more wood for the fire. I will link up. So she flirt with her boyfriend, begging him have money and bling so she go bed with him. Catch disease now it started spreading. Jaja. Mercy please, for life she begin. Man charged with best friend's murder. If I want thing me at family. So this is the deceased on screen. A 28-year-old businessman who allegedly shot and killed 27-year-old pool attendant Kimberly Anthony Forbes. Kimberly is on screen. On Sunday night while they were having drinks on the compound of the Spicy Hill farm in Allside, Trelawney, has been charged with murder. Trelawney getting very murderous, you know, see? David Lee was charged following a question and answer session conducted by the police in the presence of his lawyer. Now, Dalton Forbes, the father of the deceased man, who was among upset community members calling for justice on Monday, was pleased with the development when informed that Lee, the manager of the family-owned Spicy Hill farm, was charged. I was a little worried that the police was taking too long to take actions against the accused killer, said Forbes, who admitted that his son and Lee were very good friends. I hope he gets life in prison. Jaja. According to reports from the police, about 5:30 p.m. on Sunday, Lee invited Forbes and two friends of his cousins to Spicy Hill Farm compound for drinks. The four men were reportedly drinking and talking when Lee started to act in a strange manner and allegedly used his hand to shove Forbes, his best friend, in the face. Forbes reportedly stood his ground and Lee pulled his licensed firearm and pointed it in the direction of one of Forbes' cousins. Lee then reportedly turned towards Forbes, pointed the weapon at him, and opened fire multiple times, hitting Forbes all over his body. His frightened cousins fled the scene. When the police arrived at the location, Forbes was found in a pool of blood on the ground with the cup he had been drinking from still in his hand. He was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. The police subsequently found Lee sitting inside his house. He was taken into custody and his firearm seized. Welcome to Jamrock. Camp where the thugs them camp at. Best friends will blow out your head back. Jaja. No, apparently there's some undercurrent there because it can't just go so. I can't just so alone it go. Something must be there somewhere. So it would be interesting to get the underbelly cause it can't just go so. I'm not saying the report wrong, you know. I'm just saying what would have led up to that. Like something not right, Rasta. Something not right. It can't be junk, then junk for still in a silver, but like why I don't know still. 68-year-old man charged with machete slaying a 35-year-old woman in Westmoreland. And this story is a little bit older, but it is still colder. Never mind. That didn't work out so well. That didn't age well. The Westmoreland police have arrested and charged the 68-year-old Lloyd Jolly of Milers Avenue, Savannah Lamar in Westmoreland with murder following an incident in his community on Thursday, the 6th of May this year. They said the man head chip and empty the clip. Reports from the Sav police are that about 12:30 p.m. Jolly and another man got into an argument, during which Jolly allegedly used a machete to chop the man to the left side of his neck. The man was rushed to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Jolly turned himself into the police later the same day. The deceased was later identified as 35-year-old Jason Somerville of Stratbogie district in the parish. So on Monday, the 10th of May, an interview was conducted in the presence of his attorney, following which Jolly was charged with murder. His court date is being finalized. If we look at argument, I'm telling you right now, a man say certain things to me, and I apologize to you, dog, because right now, you're not safe. Don't safe, Rasta. Boy, I need I keep an eye upon it. Not even iron, I go and keep an eye upon it, because strange, this feeling I'm feeling. Hold your love, we will always believe in. Though you may think my faith is in vain, till Shiloh we chant Rastafari's name. Give you a good reason to come back a yard. Help me big up Jamaica, land of than water. The system might not proper. Yeah, son. What a nice place to live. Sweet jam down. The only problem is man a kill man. The rough still. Yard. Yard rough. And the dirty tough. But people did everywhere enough. Problem is that we have some more heap of cruff. You understand? But enough people there said we still want the best for the country, brother, and he said a way about Jaja. Man, make up your mind yourself, yeah, so next thing me tell you things and yeah, son. But I am a live. I am a born, I am a live, and me a stay. I mean, I see no boy if he make me run away, cause man a punk boy, I'm on cause but never mind that. Who would thought Bushman and Natty King holding a reason? Yeah, man, it's a joy. One next time I thought that video will be out tomorrow still, but you know, some little things, some internal. I won't say internal, me I talk about me. You understand? You know, we are hope for the best in terms of the unity, the unity is long lasting and such and things. So I could say, but the ones them sat in and all art to art and vent, you understand? And laugh and got loud sometimes and calm sometimes and you know what I mean, eventually everything kinda, you know what I mean, flow on. You see, in our country where so much violence and animosity exists, it was a joy if you sit down and see the two hydrants them were irate musically. All a joy, all a vibe, and express themselves, express them views, as me say, kinda get heated sometimes, but it was love Rasta. You see, so we give thanks. You understand? And as me tell them in the reasoning, I not take no credit. You understand? Because it take one artist to call the next artist, and it take one artist to say, yo, make we sit down and hold a reason with teacher and we deal with it, and you know what I mean? So yeah, we just I hope say, you understand? So tomorrow night we hold a reason, we don't see what go on. Yeah, man. Yes, Rasta. Right now, you can't take nothing for granted. Don't even look for nobody too tough, yes, because right now, you have some man out there will kill if you look for them too long. Brother, you look for me so long. Eh? You don't know what's enough to look for him bad man. How you, man? Problem start. You understand? Rough boy, yeah. No, you know, so I never hold a reason with motor yet. You see me? One of them time. No, you know, so we just, you know what I mean? Say, calm, all a relax, you know what I mean? Breathe, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? The two man, them work out them things, bro. So, that's how it think go. It's just that, you know, I guess our energy right and, you know, them sense the energy and realize we don't mean the harm and, you know, one unity, especially if two man from the east and a lot of things have been said and, you know, it think go. Yeah. Thing go. Yes, Rasta. We can hold a race with motor one of them time. I don't know, Rasta. I don't know. But yeah, man, one of them time. I think I have a number for motor to you, but I don't think I reach out yet. You see me? Yeah, man. Ah, boy. Boy, Marlon, look where you are, cause right now. You go ask me why if I come back to Jamaica again. I don't know if you tell her, brother. I don't want to tell her a lie. Husband and wife killed in Portland. For the boat land. She's not a joke, lad. Nice, good, clean Portland, you know. The man them, why do you even do it? You understand? Police are investigating the suspected murder of a married couple in the rural community of Barracks in Manchonil, Portland, early Wednesday morning. The deceased have been identified as Linval Lindsay and his wife Annette Gibson Lindsay, more popularly known as Plummy, both of Barracks district in the parish. Preliminary reports are that sometime after 2 a.m., residents heard gunshots and alerted the police. Now, upon the arrival of cops, Lindsay's lifeless body was seen lying on a roadway near his house with several gunshot wounds. He is said to be in his 50s. Now, further checks led to the discovery of his wife's body inside the house with what appeared to be chop wounds to the upper body. She reportedly died at the scene. So police were still conducting investigations, I suppose. Now, I think 3 persons have been arrested. Oh, we soon come to that. So, you know, people can't go beach. I don't think the public beaches have been opened presently, and I don't know. Good look while I'm going to check them something. I'm not sure. In all honesty, people still got beach. I don't know. Somebody soon tell you. Finna one of them man, they good as know. Them man they keep a breast, cause they know I go at night. You know what I mean? Around the place. No, watch out now. Same story. Killing of Portland couple shocks residents. Rudolph Genius' last memory of his mother was her jovial mood as she handed him $100 to buy food from a nearby shop on Tuesday. But that cheerfulness was stilled in the wee hours of Wednesday when residents of Barracks in Manchonil were jolted by gunfire and the grisly discovery of the bodies of Annette Carby Lindsay and her husband Linval Lindsay in the eastern Portland community. The body of 60-year-old Carby Lindsay was found with several chop wounds, as I said earlier, to the face underneath a bed in their 1-bedroom boardhouse. Linval was discovered with gunshot wounds along a roadway meters from the couple's premises, and investigators theorized that Lindsay might have been fleeing his attackers when he was cut down. So police sources said that the two were probably killed between 1 and 3:30 a.m. and a motive has not been established. So the couple lived near the square at Barracks in a 1-bedroom house donated by Food for the Poor. I just read the article. I don't know why all of this information tonight, but alright. With a family burial plot located at the front of the dwelling. I guess they grave them that is right. Like. Residents have expressed shock at the gruesome killing in what has historically been the safest parish in Jamaica. With the fatal attack doubling the Portland's murder toll to 4 since the start of 2021, Latoya Allen, daughter of the deceased woman, fought back tears as she recalled that she last saw her mother about a month ago, although they spoke every day on the phone. I am really feeling bitter and sad. I don't think that anyone expected anything like this to happen, at least not to her, said Allen. Damien Scott, big up yourself. Allen said that she learned of the shocking news from an aunt who lives overseas. She was a jovial and fun-loving person who made friends easily. She was very outspoken and a no-nonsense person who also jokes around a lot, said Allen, who told the Gleaner that her mother had a mental illness. It appears that Lindsay, 55, had a fractious relationship with Carby Lindsay's relatives and others in the wider Manchonil division where Barracks is located. I know that it is because of him why this happened. I know nothing about him, only that he is married to my mother, Allen said. Her comments were corroborated by Port Antonio Mayor Paul Thompson, who identified the dead husband as a source of controversy. It probably wouldn't come as any surprise to anyone that he might be mixed up in some things, said Thompson, who is a sitting councillor for the Manchonil division. But Angela Lindsay defended her brother's character, saying that he had no enemies that I know of. My brother was very friendly and jovial, she said. Marlon, big up yourself in a broski. Walk good, bro. You know, I appreciate the support. You know what I mean? Some sweet day, I'm going away. I'm gonna leave this world, no more to roam. And I said, some sweet day, when life is over. I don't want nobody talk to me about me singing. I don't let me sing in peace. When life, cause I don't listen to some artists who can't even DJ or sing. I want to say Mona Lisa, a big artist. When life is over, some sweet day, goodbye world, I can't stay no longer with you. Goodbye world, I can't stay no longer with you. I make up my mind to go God's way the rest of my life. That's all the still know, no support to no owner, no. Me a phone of people and not cover on the ears when I sing and then sit near. I say, you know a thing go still. Yeah, man. I know people for a long time, you know. Yes, I. Sometimes you have to just sing no matter how you sound, you answer. See, right now, Miss Sierra Dion a backing instruments, piano she gone for day sitting. You understand? Woman among 3 suspects held in Portland, double murder. What you not saying? Ali that is a jack of our work. Miss Christine Jarrett, you cannot push it too far now still. Because you know what I mean, you said that not true. Yeah, Jaja. Yeah, alright, sir. 3 suspects, including a woman, are now in police custody for the brutal slaying of a couple in mansion in Portland on Wednesday. Now, commanding officer for the Portland Police Division, Superintendent Dwayne Wellington, said that the suspects were held late on Wednesday. Among them is an individual who allegedly issued death threats to one of the deceased, Linval Lindsay. Lindsay and his wife, I don't know all of that part, I say. You understand? So Mr. Lindsay was reportedly threatened on May 10 during a dispute. We urge the cooperation of residents who may have information that could assist us in the recent murder to share the intelligence with us. And them something there. So the police them detained 3 people. Yeah, Miss Jared, cause you good as can sing, so you know if you fix it, but you understand? I wasn't blessed with that type of voice. Like a girl them like when me talking about the singing part, then all of it. You understand? You understand? We sing for girl already and them like it still, but them probably just would have been nice. You see me? Yeah. So, you have to know your weakness, like. Jaja. Back to Portland we go. Beachy Stout is now on show. Beachy Stout bail decision again pushed back. Yeah. So Justice Vinette Graham Allen was forced to delay her decision on bail for Portland businessman Everton Beachy Stout MacDonald, who is charged for plotting the death of his 2 wives. Let me be the judge. No. So the decision was expected earlier this week, but was delayed after defense attorneys requested time to go through the content of a document that provides details on the new evidence that was recently obtained by the prosecution and to seek further instruction from their client. So the 67-year-old accused, who appeared in court via Zoom, was remanded until the 1st of June. In the meantime, his co-accused, Oscar Barnes, who was reportedly offered $500,000 bail, was remanded for the police to verify his alternative address. Barnes was ordered to reside in Windsor Castle in Portland as a condition of his bail, and Barnes and McDonald are charged in connection. I don't know the whole of that story, you understand? I know say another man did plead guilty and him get 19 years and then something. So them find new evidence from Beachy. So I don't know the evidence yet. So we are wait and think. So I'm not get no bail. You understand? Body of man found in shallow grave near Kitsiltown. So investigators from the St. Catherine North Police Division are now probing the discovery of a body believed to be that of Lloyd Grant, who has been missing for more than a month, well, for over a month. So the human remains were found in a shallow grave in Biles district near Kitsiltown. It is reported that about 2 p.m. on Thursday, people searching for the missing man stumbled on a shallow grave. The police were called. Now, Keith McCook, the counselor for the Red Hills Division, was surprised by the development. However, he said he would await the outcome of the police investigation before further commenting. Boy, culture man, I couldn't tell you in a family. I couldn't tell you so they sleep in peace now, you know. So that is the next thing, like. So I don't even know Rasta. Yeah, boy. 15-year-old boy shot dead while fetching water at home in Westmoreland. A 15-year-old boy was shot and killed by a gunman outside his home in Grangeville, Westmoreland on Tuesday night. The deceased has been identified as Ryan Guthrie, alias Sawdust, of Mint Road in Grangeville. So police reports are that about 7:40 p.m. the teen was filling a bucket with water outside his house when he was pounced upon by a gunman who opened fire, hitting him. The gunman then fled the area, and Guthrie was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Investigators in Westmoreland are probing the incident. Yeah. G-Unit. So, Patrick Roberts, businessman, PNP councillor, candidate, has been charged with fraud. So it is understood that fraud charges have been laid on prominent businessman and councillor for the Mullines Division in West Central St. Andrew, the People's National Party's Patrick Roberts. Police sources say Roberts has been charged with conspiracy to defraud, forgery, and uttering forged documents. Now, allegations are that Roberts acted fraudulently after he was appointed the executor of an estate. Executor. I guess that's how it's pronounced. He's accused of conspiring to assign property and funds to an individual who was not the designated beneficiary in a will. Roberts is also accused of causing a signature to be forged on a document. He denies the allegations. And he is to appear in the Kingston and St. Andrew Criminal Court on the 23rd of June this year. The police say Roberts was charged after he was questioned in the presence of his attorney, Queen's Counsel Peter Champagny. Mr. Champagny reportedly secured station bail for Roberts. Now, Roberts is a well-known businessman and chief executive officer of the Shocking Vibes production company. He represented the PNP several times at the parties as the party's candidate in West Central St. Andrew. He normally compete against Andrew Holness in that constituency. I think about 5 elections in try and work out like. So Roberts currently sits as a councillor in the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Same Patrick Roberts culture, man. Sizzler, behave yourself. You understand? This who grow you. It's not your granny. And that behavior is not becoming of a young lady raised by their grandmother Punsi. You understand? Miss Punsi would not be pleased. Poor Miss Punsi. So that's the situation with Sir Roberts. We watch and see. Eh. His lawyer, the popular one, said he did nothing wrong. But Miss Grace Able find a rhyme time. That what about there. On screen is DJ Rytikal. So gun trial of entertainer Rytikal postponed. So the trial of dancehall artist Rytikal, given name Ryan McFarlane, who is on gun charges, has been postponed to May 19th, so which is next week. The matter was scheduled to begin in the gun court this week, but was pushed back. So the 25-year-old entertainer's bail was extended. Now, according to police reports, on January 28th, cops were on patrol in 8 Miles, Bull Bay, St. Andrew, when McFarlane was reportedly seen acting in a suspicious manner. Cops reportedly questioned the artist, and following a search of his car, a Taurus .380 pistol with 12 rounds of ammunition was found. Rytikal reportedly told the police that the weapon was a prop for a music video, was taken into custody and later charged. Yes, I. Cool na ya. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na. Oh na na na. It's all about Romy. I saw Rodney Basil Price earlier in the week making a post on IG in which he spoke out against gun violence in the country and went as far as to say that the artists who are buying guns, they need to stop. Yeah, son. The general said, you see me? No, you don't really too follow up social media, because many people don't understand, you know. It's a grandmother named Spuncy Sizzler. Yeah, she grew up. Yeah, sir. Yeah. I don't really follow up social media. Many people don't know that, you know. Like, yes, I am on YouTube, and I'll post on Instagram every now and then, and I'll check Twitter for breaking news information or information in general. I don't really go on Facebook, really. I just share my links them on Facebook. I don't really talk to people on Facebook anyways. So I am not as active on social media as many people think. Social media is just not for me. There's just too many people spewing crap, and values and morals have gone through the door, and Dylan says Sardus was no angel. Oh, and then sitting there. Okay, big up yourself in a Father Simpson. I don't disbelieve you at all. And thing. So some things kind of will miss me, like, believe me. You understand? But I saw Killer's post, and me I said, Jaja, someone go run in for the DJ and say, yo, things and things and things. You know, Killer not really busy with people still, but you understand? And then same thing there. However, he said something that I have been saying for a long time. I don't know me tell him to say it, you know. Yeah, people are going to say, yo, TJ, I'm not good at say. Jano Star, it's only hours earlier, and I posted the Crime Crash video. Then moments after this took place, which was a shooting along Waterloo and Waterloo Road, 2 little masquerades go meet them Waterloo. The little youths them have narrated sense today. Is this the Jamaica we all wanted, people? Really? Is it I don't know about nobody wanted? But if this was the life I wanted, I wouldn't bother to leave Riverton or Seaview Gardens. See? Then so hear me. All of the stinking, nasty, dirty, rotten, jankro, skirmish, czar criminal, Faith, you know, one bad word, dead. In cold blood, I care zero. My stance this, I stand with country. Anyone who is friends or associates with any kind of expletive people like this should be treated likewise, especially some artists, girl and boy, who is buying guns and mining gunman and criminal. Bullet to not forget. Straight up, me nah hide and talk. Me bad. You know what I say, you know, killer is a cross fella. You understand? I have said before that artists are out here buying guns, man, and you're for dead and you're for this and you're for the artists, them and the rest. Here is a man who is a part of the music industry who is telling you that you have artists out here. Let me take a Rytikal picture because I don't want people think me as a Rytikal. I buy a gun, you know, man. I buy a gun, you some man. I have said that many times, and people take offense because people don't like to hear the truth. And when they come on to for them artists, the man can't say nothing wrong. You had this and you had that and you have to go S this and S that and you are inform and you have to dead on them something. Some man when not even see them and hear them on the street. Some man when know me and don't know them. Them will kill you for some man when know me and don't know them. They will kill me for some man when know me and don't know them. Some man who don't even hear them and road anywhere. You understand? I don't understand. You understand? So I don't understand. But I don't understand. And many of the fans gas up them artists. And enough of them artists, they are prison. See me? And there is 2 laws in Jamaica. Laws for regular citizens and laws for entertainers. And the laws for entertainers should be no laws for entertainers. Forget what I say. Because we are idiot both here. You understand? Like no blood run through for them vein too. You understand? And think of the system of fight the youth them. The system of fight them. The system buy a gun, give them figure man. You understand? Killer, big up yourself. Any day of the week, any time of the day. You understand? We not play. A straight flagging from them nagging. You know what I mean? Big up yourself, DJ. That's the way I'm nothing else to say about that. Mad thing. You see me? Yes, Rasta. Auntie. Dear Jay. Goes man, big up yourself in a youth. Manners. What others right hand man, dear Jay? They don't know what you talk. You understand? Yeah, peace. Big up on yourself. I'm telling you, I never stay long tonight. You know, I get myself back in the streaming vibes. I have been streaming since about 2018. I've been streaming almost non-stop for 3 years. I just needed to just breathe. Taking a week here or a few streams there was, it never did do the trick. I needed to breathe. I needed to exhale. I needed to decompress. Zine. I needed to, them something there and thing. So I did that. Started working on myself again. Chill with the family. You understand? Order my thoughts. Zine. Someone I look up things. So we give thanks. You see me, we're there. We never gone nowhere. We're there same way. And thing. And we're there again for tackle some things where some heavy things, some things that some people don't really want to address. You understand? Bring some balance to the conversation and discussion. I think it can't just be one-sided every time, You understand? As you know, my opinions will not always align to yours. But that's how I think. You know what I mean? We can disagree many times. You see me? And things. So we're there. We need for, finish edit the Bushman, Natty King reasoning. You understand? Look out for that tomorrow evening. You see me I say? and thing. We see it go. We see it go. You see me? And there's up there. There things. Tuesday evening, players. You know, I think go big wrench. Man, they're not players small. Them man, they are, you know what I mean? Some big wrench. And then next week is General Trees. Blah, 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 blah. You understand? You know, General Trees is still recovering from 2 strokes. So, you know what I mean? The interview was, and it's not the longest interview, but it was great to sit in with the icon. So, I'm not telling you for your time, I'm not keep no secret. You understand? I run our next month, run our one part. We have some Yellow Man and some, you understand, some Lone Ranger and some whole heap of people, some dignitary stylish, some Youth and Green, some Leroy Fatman Thompson, one of the greatest engineers in the history of the country, some Dean Fraser, some whole heap of bad people, ZJ Liquid, some people. You understand? You know what thing go. Thumper Lion. Out here work. It's work we work. So don't look out for them things. I can't tell them. Everton Blender. But I didn't even remember. Everton Blender. How if you don't remember? You understand? So I'm only for great man. You see, now we work, we out here work, you know. You understand? Every now and then, some chicken with jerk, but we work. See? That I go mad, Natty King and Bushman, yeah, man. Can you speak on if it is hard to get the budget? You know, I've never really and truly tried all out to get that interview, but it's not the easiest interview. If you realize, still in all honesty, Buju have done one local interview since in coming and with on stage, and you know, say, we're not upon the level there in terms of knowings and you know what I mean, status and thing. And we don't hold nothing against the Gargamel. We have one day, Mr. Myrie decide for city in a whole a reason. You understand? Sasko just do an interview the other day, man. You know, funny enough, me call him from the other day to set it, and then me realize I interview though. So we make that do the rest of the year, man, and then next year we'll link the agent. You know what I think? We don't rush nothing. You see me? Yeah, man. I make that one do it thing. Because you know our thing kind of different, like. You understand? Yeah, P. So we're there. We'll give thanks. It's a blessing for do the thing. It's a joy. See me I say thing keep on a grow, still I learn. And I'll share with you something soon. I have made a conscious decision to try and improve myself in what I do, as in here on the channel. So I'm not dash with that yet, but I kind of some schooling thing. I don't know, fooling thing. You understand what I say? I mean, I go and sell some buckle and thing, and me I look for buy some banana chips and baglows and phone card for hustle to pay the money. Cause you understand, but we are give thanks. We are try improve what we do on the channel and improve individually, and you know what I mean? Build yourself. You understand? Because we are take it on serious. You see me? But I'll share more about that as we go along. You just don't say, we're not started still, but we'll start soon. You understand? I do them backbone, yeah, man. Teach them. Book like nice 5-star hotel. I am approaching my 100 interview. And fittingly, I think that the person who I should interview for my 100 interview is Arkai. As Arkai is the person who they started with. And I think I want to redo that interview there. For many reasons. Sentimental reasons. But them time they never did that. Audio did kind of crappy. We just learn to use camera. You know. So we want to do that. You know what I mean? For commemorate we start and things. So you know we're there. We're there. I go and hold it. See, teach, have you got any update on Mr. Adams? He's out of the hospital, you know. He's out of the hospital. Zane, I hope to get in touch with him one of them time, for all a reason with him one of them time. You know what I mean? And thing, because Jamaica is paying dearly. You see me? Yes, Rasta. Peeps, big up on yourself out here. You understand? Alkaline, me say, if me say alkaline, archive, me fi say, man. Alkaline, nah, man, archive, me say, alkaline. Yeah, man. Oh, sir. Nah, man, alkaline, man. Archive, man. I can't confuse it, though. Archive. Skibbly bye. This is I. You know it's archive. The girls, leg and tie. Peace. Big up on yourself. Tomorrow, one of them time, I'm not sure the time yet. Not thinking Bushman reasoning. Jaja. Me I try edit it. But I don't yet. Reach about halfway. So you know things stay. You understand? We work night and day. So we have to get paid. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Soon on Sunday, we stream again. Bring on a friend. You understand? Mars Jana, Auntie Gwen. You understand? You know what thing go. Peeps. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Have something nice to drink. If you have to drink, don't drive. If you have to drive, don't drink. You know the maths. You understand what I say? I want to add up the thing. Peace. Big up on yourself. Walk good. Step with ya. Appreciate the ones them in the building tonight. If you're here for the first time, welcome forward to the family. We appreciate if you're a new subscriber. Welcome to the family. If you are consider if you subscribe, I could have why. Warm the AI. You know, see the level of the thing high. We not just also forget by. Alright, never mind. But do not subscribe. You understand for the people that want to plan for left? Then I don't know why you vex. Do what you have to do, my friend. You understand? You understand? For the people that were left on a plan to come back, then I know who did send on when I first speak. But we know well forward back in the thing said, yes. Everybody big up on themselves. You understand? For me day in, day out, support, art of love. You understand? We appreciate the ones them. Rosie, Empress Joan, Cookie Mama, Lance, Donovan, Ken, Grace, Culture Man, seeing Sizzler, Dante, Miss Evelyn Brown, Soul Music, Stevenson, DS, B Empress, Jobless, pick up yourself in the moment, Empress Shirley, where's the Mango? Yeah man, just shot me on WhatsApp, we're going to go hustle some mango, run on one part, run on one place. You understand? Try if you can get a couple blacky too. I don't want no chest, I don't want East Indian and then sit there and then Julian. But we try to. We could just get a couple string too. So, you know, you understand? Man, give them a friend what they got your ass. That me I tell you. You see me, Irving, stay big up yourself, you know. You know what thing go? Life will live, you know. No fear, you know. You know what I mean? Rosie call me. Rosie not call me. I have on them glasses and can't see. Where Rosie there? Rosie call me. You understand? Shirley Bailey, pick up yourself. Peeps, walk good. Step with ya. Safe travel upon the gravel. Sunday, 8:30 or 8. Make it a date and don't be late. Don't look for it. Get book for it. I'm out.
Thank you for tuning in. Like the stream before you go. Subscribe if you haven't done so. Remember to share the stream with your family and friends and browse the channel for more amazing content. Until next time, walk good, my friends.
Teach them. Hey, yo, hello. Send the message and make it reach them. It's teach them right here. Warlord representing.